Everybody wants to be rich, but why do some people make it while others struggle their entire lives? The truth is, wealth isn't random. It happens in stages. And if you're not where you want to be financially, it's because you're stuck at a certain level of wealth. Millionaires follow a clear path, and today I'm breaking down the 6 levels of wealth that you must master if you want to achieve financial freedom. The real question is, which level are you at? Let's find out. But first, this is Powerful Money Habits. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I like to talk about money and habits that can help improve your life. If you're new to the channel and like the video, please hit the subscribe button down below. All right, let's get down to the levels. The first one is survival mode, which basically means you're living paycheck to paycheck. At this stage, you're just getting by. You're covering your rent, you're covering your food, and your other bills with little to nothing left over. There's no emergency fund, there's no investments, and any unexpected expense, like a car repair or a medical bill, can totally throw your finances into chaos. So how do you move up to the next level? You need to start tracking your spending. You got to cut out any unnecessary expenses and building a small emergency fund of $500 to $1,000, okay? In order for you to move to the next level, you got to have some basic things covered, okay? The next one is your stability mode, okay? This means that you have no debt and you basically have a little bit of savings built up, okay? You're out of the paycheck to paycheck living and you've paid off your high interest debt, such as credit cards and other kind of loans like car loans, okay? This also means that you have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved and you're able to cover emergencies without stress, without fear, without anxiety, okay? Now, once you get to this stage, how do you move up to the next stage? All right? I would start with automating your savings and start investing in income producing assets like dividend paying stocks, index funds, or even a side business, okay? And if you pay attention to other videos that I've done, one a few months ago where I talked about covered call dividend paying ETFs, it's such an easy way for you to get started. So make sure you go and watch that video and stick with me because I go through all kinds of ways that you can get yourself building assets that pay you monthly and can create financial freedom and independence from your rat race 9-to-5 job, okay? If you want to go to the next level, all right, this is what you have to do. And that is security mode, all right? This means you have basic investments and a little bit of a financial cushion. You now have a solid foundation with an emergency fund and you have some investments growing in the background. Yes, you're doing it. You're building financial freedom, okay? You started earning passive income from those investments. Your investments or your side hustles are generating small but steady cash flow. Congratulations, you're doing it. Now, there's more levels here, right? We're only halfway there. So how do you move up to the next level? What you must focus on is increasing your income sources and grow your assets that pay you, like real estate, and you can even do syndication deals like I do, okay? Because I'm lazy, right? You could do it the easy way. You don't have to fix the toilets and all of that. You can invest in things in other people's deals where they take care of the things for you and you just get a paycheck every month, okay? You can also do dividends or covered call dividend paying ETFs or even a side hustle that you're starting to build up. So this is where I currently am in security mode. My goal is to hit the next one in 2029 and I might be able to do it sooner, okay? I was doing the numbers last night and I've got some good things cooking up, okay? The next one you need to focus on is financial freedom. Okay? I can't wait to get to this level. All right? And this is only the 4th level. Okay? Think of what the other 2 are gonna entail, okay? But this is the freedom mode where work is optional and money works for you. Your investments and assets generate enough income to cover your basic living expenses. And this is the level where you could actually survive without a job. Okay? Hallelujah! Hallelujah! I can't wait to get there. Okay? This is where financial freedom meets financial independence. Okay? If you've ever heard of the FIRE movement, which is financial independence, retire early, this is where that movement starts to become a reality. So once you get to this level, how do you move up to the next level? Well, you need to start focusing on scaling that passive income. But you also have to think about how do you optimize your tax strategies, right? You don't want to get nailed by the IRS. You want to use the rules that these people have put into place to your advantage, okay? And you also have to start protecting your wealth. I have dialed in my income so well that I'm investing 74% of it into my retirement account so I can retire in the next few years, okay? I can't wait. Most people want to reach this level, okay, of financial independence. But there's actually 2 more levels that millionaires can reach if they dare to keep going. And what are they? The next one is abundance mode. Abundance, okay? You can afford the luxury and you can also give back. You're no longer just financially free. You have excess money beyond what you need. You can afford the luxuries. You can afford to travel and to give generously without it affecting your wealth. So, how do you move up to this level? Well, you got to focus on legacy, building wealth protection, and impact investing to ensure that your money lasts for generations. You got to put those into place. Trust, estate planning, tax optimization, all of those things you got to think about so that you can pass all of this hard work, this intelligence, this grind into assets that then can be passed to your children and grandchildren. I mean, that is something that I am definitely working on, and it feels good that I am putting these things into place so that my son and grandchildren have another stepping stone that can take our family to greater heights. Now, the last one we're going to talk about is legacy mode. This is generational wealth and financial influence. This is where your wealth outlives you. You've built a financial system that continues to grow for your family or even the causes, the different charities in that you care about. You're creating impact, whether through philanthropy, investments, or business ventures that leave a lasting legacy. This final step ensures that a wealth transfer plan is in place, smart tax strategies, and financial education for the next generation, okay? You got to make sure they act like the Rockefellers, which have had, I think it's 7 generations of wealth passed on, and not the Vanderbilts who blew it after a few generations because the education was not properly put into place, okay? You got to think about wealth and knowing that it doesn't just happen, okay? It's a step-by-step process, level by level. You move from survival to security to freedom and ultimately to generational wealth. But the problem is most people never get past level 2 and some not even past level 1, okay? But now that you know where you stand, look at the levels right now, see where you stand, you have a choice, okay? Will you keep doing the same things over and over again that keep you stuck on that same level? Or will you take the action necessary and move up a level, okay? Because trust me, the people who get rich aren't always the smartest, okay? They're just the ones that take the right actions. So that's it for the show today. Thanks for watching. So which level are you at right now? And which level do you need to level up and go? Okay? Drop me a comment down below. All right? You can learn tips and tricks in my free book, Powerful Money Habits, Unleash Financial Freedom. You can get a free copy down in the description below, and make sure to watch my masterclass on that webpage where I helped a couple of students plan out their money goals using my 3-step process. And until next time, this is Powerful Money Habits.